So in this example, we are going to prove two angles are congruent again. If just at a glance you can see it's already a little bit more involved. There are 6 statements to line up with 6 reasons. We have a few of them already filled in, which is kind of nice, just guides us a little bit in what we're doing. But let's take a look at what we were given. We were told that angle RST is equal to 50 degrees. So in the picture, let's find RST. And then we can go ahead and even write that in there. We know that that's 50 degrees. We know another given is that angle TSV is 40. So TSV is 40 degrees. And then they also told us that angle X is a right angle. So over here, angle X, I'm just going to go ahead and put in our little box for a right angle. So what are we trying to prove? We're trying to prove that angle RSV, that's this big one right here, is congruent to angle X. Now with a lot of these proofs, you might look at it and say, well, yeah, they're congruent, but mathematically you have to logically explain how you know and back it up with all of the reasons. So the first two here, in our proof, the statements angle RST is equal to 50 degrees. How do you know that? Well, that was given to us, so we just write given. All right, then the next one, angle TSV is equal to 40 degrees. Well, that was also given to us. All right, so now, what do you guys think about these two angles? Well, if you were to add those together, would you get 90 degrees? So that's the next thing that we can do. We can say that angle RSV, the big one, is equal to 90 degrees. How did we know it was equal to 90 degrees? Well, we added the two angles together. Remember, that's something you can assume. You can assume that two smaller angles will make up a bigger angle. And so our reason, we can just write addition. How do we know? Well, we add them together. That's an addition. All right. So now that RSV is equal to 90 degrees, what do we know about 90-degree angles? Well, we know that they're called right angles. So we can say angle RSV is a right angle. And our reason, that's your definition of right angles. Definition of right angles is if you have an angle that's 90 degrees, then it's a right angle. So definition of right angle. All right, then they said, already written in here, angle X is a right angle. How did we know that angle X was a right angle? Remember, that was given to us up there. So what do we have to write in? Just given. It's kind of nice when they give us information. Then the reason is easy to write in. All right. So what we have now is you have angle RSV is a right angle and angle X is a right angle. Because those are both right angles, we can say that those are congruent. So next we're going to write in angle RSV is congruent to angle X. And how did we know? That's your right angle theorem. And the right angle theorem states if two angles are right angles, we've got two angles that are right angles, then that means that they are congruent. That's why we were able to say those were congruent right there. So right angle theorem. And then we just proved the two angles congruent.